Big changes. Today is update 1.5 or 1.0.5. I just woke up and I saw it was a new update. I was expecting this update to come, just not today. I thought it would actually be tomorrow. I thought it would be Wednesday, but it was actually a day earlier than I'd expected. Let's go through it. I read a little bit about it. Huge update. It changes a lot with mods and weapons. Specifically the new map. Item economy. They added 3 new random rolled implant perks that can only be found on implements looped from Cryo Archive. Cryo Archive is the new map. I have yet to test it. I don't know what's gonna happen in that map. Convert recovery. While in smoke, your self-repair speed is increased and you use healing consumables faster. Alright, so it's a little core that makes it so assassins are way more broken than what they are already. Freeloader. Defeating an enemy with a knife grants a small amount of tactical prime energy back. A small amount as in, is it worth it killing someone with a knife? Or as in, if you have the chance? Pretty sure assassins will benefit from these two majorly about it. Panic response. While at low HP, using a healing consumable grants an effect of cardio kick for a short duration. Panic response can be like a, I guess, second chance if you get jumped on and you have a shotgun and you have a perk that gives you extra damage while you're under cardio kick. This can be useful. Very situational, but can be very good. Added 3 new mods that can only be found in Cryo Archive. Punishment. This weapon deals a significantly increased damage against redacted combinants. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Redacted? As in anyone? UAC? Rooks? I'm unsure about this. Testament. Aiming down sights for short duration of time increases weapons range and aim assist by a massive amount. This can be good for snipers, but also for almost any other gun that is a medium range. Super nice. I will probably try and find this. It sounds really good. Hurricane. While airborne, this weapon has increased ability and grants reduced accuracy penalties. This can be a good weapon for forgot her name at the moment, but her the one who has more base movement speed than other people. And Thief loves to use her grappling, so going around with her grappling and being airborne while shooting, this will be amazing. Sponsor kits. Rooks will no longer get a surplus sponsor kit upon death. Ooh, this is interesting. So let's see with combat what we got here. Players can now exfil. Can now activate exfil while downed. This is good. Biscuit. Decreased caping trigger intensity from incoming melee and knife attacks. I personally haven't experienced that. Surely it wasn't a good experience. Good change. Increased post-run spectator camera timeout to 30 seconds to 120 seconds. Personally, I don't see the reason for this. Maybe some people just like to watch if there's a team fighting. Fixed an issue where a player could have a finisher used on them right as they were completing a self-revive, or being revived, immediately downing them again. That's funny. Good fix. Fixed instances of revive timer lockout shaders apparently on... Fixed instances of revive timer locked out shaders appearing on enemy runner's body bag. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. Fixed instances where ability activations could become desynced with the server. Well, that sucks. Good thing they fixed it. Adjust the hacked status screen effect to be lower intensity and a slower glitch crawl. For me, it was overwhelming as hell. I hated. I would dodge the buildings that had hacking lasers. That shit sucked to a whole new level if you got hit by that. Let's see, and then now we got the shells. Shells got some reworks and some updates, hopefully good and nothing bad. It seems like it's just fixes, so hopefully there is no crazy direct buffs on it. Assassin fixed an issue where Assassin Smoke Puck would not change appearance based on their equipment runner style. A good fix. Thief! Pocket drone can no Thank God they fixed this. The pickpocket drone could actually still pickpocket people while they were exfilling the animation where you can't do anything. So, that was a good fix. Fixed an issue where pickpockets drone on-screen button prompts wouldn't update to match players' keybinds or player button layouts. I haven't had that happen. I don't use a key controller, so it's good they fixed it. Fixed an issue where high-speed grapples could affect network stability. That's interesting. Triage fixed an issue where being close to max heat could prevent players from using the battery overcharge ability. Good fix. Rooks. Removed Rook's run level requirement. Rooks can be now used at runner level 0. I think that's a good change, but I should also think there's other changes, like preventing Rooks to be at, what's it called, Outpost in a new Crier map. You know, low risk, high reward, because you can just spam Rooks and hope for the best. UESC. Fixed an issue where UESC would repeatedly use the same letter. A little bit brain dead there. Good thing they fixed it. Fixed a number of issues that could cause the AI to freeze in place and become unresponsive. This has happened to me at Outpost, where we had 5 robots on the roof and we could not damage them, and they would just run to one corner and just start blasting us. That was annoying. Contracts and events. Let's see what we got here. Improve the visual clarity of contracts, including in waypoint icons. Thank God. Crews carrying both coordinate D-pads must now bring both of them at the same location before the loot is previously, any crew that would be present at the location would review the loot. Good change. It will stop people absolutely metagaming. Fixed some scenarios where the meta chaos, ordering chaos part 1, tech Traxxas return on investment to part 3, and Traxxas legion could prevent players from completing the contract. That sucked. Thank God it didn't happen to me. Fixed an issue where the UI could become out of sync between crew members and the same contract during the run. That shit. Good fix. Perimeter intercept ships could no longer clip through environment in self-relay. I haven't experienced that. Must have been funny. Tripwires placed in overflow hallways will no longer be floating mid-air. Good fix. Fixed an issue where the decon would not show up on the overhead map within contracts required to it. This has happened to me too many fucking times. But goddamn, I'm a no-life nerd, and I remember where old decons are, so I can just look it up. Dire Mash, probably one of my favorite videos, my map. UAC dropships that arrive during the lockdown event in the northeastern corner of Elapons will no longer fly in through player space, killing players in their path. God damn. Thank God he fixed that. Pinging the stabilizer device in anomalous manner on the overhead map is now show a string in the crew feed notifying your crewmates. Thank God. Fixed an issue for Traxxas Legion contract where the commander would despawn if a crew didn't engage and kill it in time. That's funny. Outpost. Encounters spawning on the roof of a flight control have been improved. Should now currently engage the players. I don't play Outpost that often, can't say much about this. User interface, probably one of my favorite updates. They have a huge list on what they did to the user interface. Hopefully good. Achievements. Fixed an issue where players could not get the Welcome to Tau City achievement. Odd. Armory. Let's see. Item tooltips in its armory now primarily show the purchase cost instead of the value of the item it sells for. Good thing. Good stuff. Codex. New challenges for the cryo. New indicator. It's just a lot of fixed challenges to do in the codex. Not that important. In run. Improve the overall legibility of the revive prompt. Good stuff. Some waypoints will now fade when aiming down sights. Good stuff. Items. Exfilling with a temporal fragment will produce a very reward depending on your seasonal run level. That's interesting. Lobby. The loadout will now show a banner warning you if you have overflow items. Thank you, that's good. Added a shortcut for I or start for opening the loadout menu. Thank God. Open shortcut tab to open your while in runs. Thank God. I love pressing tab. It is one of my closest buttons to press all the time, so being able to actually press tab is a good update. Updating missing equipment warnings to clarify that the players are missing health, shield, and consumable. If you forget that, that's kind of on you, to be absolutely honest. Fix an issue preventing commonly found items from being shown when selecting map regions. Good fix. Ping system. Activity prompts ping from overhead map will now really show their waypoints. Good stuff. Premium rewards for the vouch items is no longer appear in your inventory. I have not had that happen. Good stuff. Run report. Fix an issue where the runner level rewards on screen was sometimes blank. Good fix. Let's see. Add a rate tab into the runner's connection panel. And you can see how you can stack up against your connections. That's interesting. What did they do? The store updated incorrect item rarity for the deluxe pack. They just updated the rarity. Vault. Consumables, ammo, salvage, and grenades can now stack slices in the vault. Added a filter for keys and backpack. Thank you. That's pretty nice. Voice chat. Added an option for consoles and gamepads to support crew voice push to talk while in run. This only applies to runs. The lobby will still utilize open mic. This is a good change. God forbid I meet people with an open mic and their fucking parents are like arguing in the background. They're like brinking of crying. Fix a number of issues causing voice chat interceptions and inconsistencies. Good stuff. Weapon customizations, optimize sticker charm and placement for a handful of weapons. Yay, but my God, I was really hoping they will actually fix the way you can customize your weapon, as in putting attachments and so on. It doesn't seem like they fixed it. It's still, I hope it doesn't feel as clunky, because oh my God, it felt horrible customizing weapons like in raid and out raid. Let's see, stability. Added AMD 8 lag 2 low latency to video settings. Yay, fucking yay. I recently updated from a 3060 to a 9060 XT. So being a now new AMD bro, this is probably the best news I could have gotten so far this entire fucking year. Weapons and equipment. Let's start with the equipment here, I'm guessing. Oh, it's a mix. Okay. So equipment's first. Fixed an issue where ammo crates could not interact when placed down to walls and terrain. Odd, good fix. Cardio kick. Fixed an issue where normal and depleting versions of the cardio kick status icon appeared separately in the HUD. Oh, I'm guessing if you mix the depleted and the normal cardio kick packages. Claymore Mine. My favorite beloved item. Fixed an issue that prevented claymores from taking splash damage when attached to other objects. Interesting fix. Knife. Knife cosmetics will no longer unequipped after failing to extract. This has happened to me before, where randomly my knife skin just disappeared. The V75 Scar fixed an issue with the Rampage mag that causes bullets to ricochet off turrets despite dealing damage. That is devastating, just ricochets off it. Oh shit, they touched it. They touched the WASTR combat shotgun, as expected. Reduce the leftward motion of firing recoil. Okay, that's a buff. Not a buff, but it's a nice visual fix. Increase the duration spin ready require before it can be interrupted by weapon fire. Interesting. Restricted range damage fallout. Distributed damage fallout, and now retained near max to point blank range, but falls much more quickly. Good buff. This is not buff. Nerf. Reduced aim assist. Nerf. The Mirage. Okay, they just wait. The Mirage, they just reduced the motion. Oh fuck, the long shot. Fixed an issue with the gold mod resetting its counter incorrectly and disappearing from the buff trait. Okay, they did not touch longbow. Everyone complained about the longbow. Everyone screamed about the longbow. They just fixed an issue with it. They did not touch that gun. They was like, hey guys, you know what? This gun is perfect. Mods. Drag and drop can now be... Oh shit, why didn't they just put it up here in the fucking interface? Or whatever. Thank God. You can actually click and drag mods. Chips. Endless Runner. Fixed an issue with the superiority vision having incorrect string. Optics. Thermals. Oh god. Fixed an issue where thermals were not highlighting invisible UC combat. Thank fucking God. Generators. Fixed a tooltip display issue incorrectly labeled decreasing the charge time as increased charge time. Oops. A little bit of misinformation over there. Magazines. Cloudflare chamber was missing its weight reduction stat bonus. No, they just fixed it. Barrels. Suppressors. Oh god. Remove the health display scrambler of the 2D indicator effect that happens to victims shot by a weapon with a suppressed attachment. Developers note, we may revisit this in the future, but for now we believe that this mudded the gameplay language too much, and the benefit of a quieter weapon attractive enough of these mods. Interesting. New zones, cryoactive, good luck there. Audio. UAC spawning in animation will now play all of the Essentials audio. Interesting. I'm not too sure what they're talking about. Lower the range that you can hear other players in combat. Thank God. So it made it feel like these fucking robots had supersonic hearing. That's today's rundown of this update. Super nice changes. Do wish they did change more stuff. But fixes, a lot of fixes. I feel like that's very important, to be honest. In the beginning, fix as much as possible before you start touching things. A lot of fixes, a lot of adding. Good update. I'm happy. I'm gonna keep working on my new video. See you guys later.